welcome to our class at Aprender a Estudar em Casa. Hi, how are you students? Are you good? Yes, me too, I'm very well, thank you. Remember that in this pandemic time, we should collaborate with the Ministry of Health, and one way to collaborate with them is to get the vaccine. So please get the vaccine. What did he say? He said that he was going to clean up the parks that year. Notice that here we have a dialogue between two people. One of them is reporting what someone else said. When we report what someone else said, we are dealing with a reported speech. What is a reported speech? Well, let's check. Reported speech is when we tell someone what another person said. To do this, we can use direct speech or indirect speech. What is a direct speech? You can use direct speech with quotation marks. For example, he said, "I work in a bank." And when we use reported speech, you can say, he said he worked in a bank. Notice that the difference between direct and the reported speech? Yes, in reported speech, we change the verb tense and the pronoun as well. Continue. We have different types of sentence. You can report statements, questions, requests or comments, and other types. Now, let's see for statement, okay? When transforming statement, check whether you have to change the pronouns, tense, place, and time expression. The changes that occur in the pronouns. In reported speech, we often have to change the pronoun depending on who says what. For example, she says, "My dad likes roast chicken." Notice the difference here. She said that her dad likes roast chicken. See that she becomes her. For tenses, if the statement starts in the present, there is no backshift of tenses in reported speech. And if the sentence starts in the past, there is often backshift of tenses in reported speech. Probably you are asking, what is backshift? Yeah, let's see. So, when we don't have backshift, we don't change the tense if the introductory clause is in a present tense. For example, he says. Note, however, that you might have to change the verb of the present tense for the third person singular. For example, he says, "I write poems." He says that he writes poems. Remember, students, when I said that when we have the third person singular in present simple, we have some changes? Yes, because we talked about them before. Yes, that's it. So pay attention on the third person singular. And when we have backshift, you must change the tense if the introductory clause is in the past tense. For example, he said. Example, he said, "I'm happy." He said that he was happy. Notice that we don't have backshift when we have the present tense, and we do have backshift when we have the past tense. So you have to be careful here, okay? So moving on. What about questions? So we usually introduce reported question with the verb ask. For example, he asked me if or whether, for yes/no questions, or he asked me why, when, where, what, how. This is for the WH questions. As a reported statement, we may need to change pronouns and tense. Backshift, remember? Yes, as well as time and place in reported questions. Then we are going to analyze the changes that we made in verb tenses, pronouns, and time, places, etc. But we also need to change the word order. After reported question, it is no longer a question. And in writing, there is no question mark. The word order is like that of a normal statement, subject, verb, object. Let's see an example. For example, in direct question we have, she said, "Do you like coffee?" Notice, it is a question, right? But in reported question we said, she asked whether I like coffee. Notice here that in the above example, the reported question has no auxiliary do, but there is pronoun change and backshift. And sometimes we use whether instead of if. Why? The meaning is the same, but whether is more formal and more usual in writing. So there's no problem if you use if or whether, they are the same. And for commands, so in commands there is no backshift of tenses with commands and requests in reported speech. We only have to change the person and shift expressions of time or place. And reported verbs for the orders command, we have some verbs that we use. For example, order, shout, demand, warn, beg, command, tell, insist, threaten, implore, ask, propose, forbid, depends on the meaning of the sentence. So we also change from direct to indirect speech. The pronoun and tense changes are also needed. For example, open the door. There's a command. Reported speech, he ordered me to open the door. Very good. So moving on. Here in this box we have verb changes, okay? So we have direct speech and we have reported speech. So if the direct speech is a present simple, in reported speech it becomes a past simple. For example, he said, I'm happy. In reported speech, he said that he was happy. Notice that the verb tense changed here. If we have the present progressive or the present continuous in direct speech, reported speech, we have past progressive. For example, he said, I'm looking for my kiss. Reported speech, he said that he was looking for his kiss. Here we have past simple. When we have past simple in direct speech, for reported speech we have past perfect simple, and we saw past perfect simple before. For example, he said, I visited New York last year. Reported speech, he said that he had visited New York the previous year. Notice that here we have the verb tense changes and some place and pronoun change as well. But then we are going to see the pronoun and the time and place changes as well. For present perfect direct speech, reported speech, past perfect. He said, I lived here for a long time. Reported speech, he said that he had lived there for a long time. Past perfect in direct speech become past perfect in reported speech. Yes, there's no change here. So he said they had finished the work when I arrived. He said that they had finished the work when he had arrived. And for the last one, we have future simple, will plus verb, and reported speech become a conditional would plus verb. He said, I will open the door. He said that he would open the door. See? It's easy if you pay attention. So let's continue with the changes. Here we have pronouns, time, and place word changes. Here we have the pronouns, direct speech, and reported speech or indirect speech we have. For I, change for he, she. We, they. My, his or her. Your, my. Our, their. Me, him or her. Us, them. See? Yes. So, then we have change of place and time words. We have here, direct speech, there for reported speech. Today, that day. This morning, that morning. Yesterday, the day before. Tomorrow, the next day. Next week, the following week. Next month, the following month. Students, these boxes are just a way to help you to write your sentence in an easy way, right? So, consult this box whenever you need to report someone else's speech, okay? Is everything good till now? Good. Are you understanding what I'm saying? The lesson is okay, right? Yeah, very good. So now, I have here an exercise for you just to check if you understood what you are learning here. So, first exercise, you will complete the sentence in reported speech. Note whether the sentence is a request, a statement, or a question. So, one says, he said, I like this song. You're supposed to write in reported speech. Don't forget to make the necessary change, okay? 2. Where is your sister? She asked me. 3. I don't speak Italian. She said. Say hello to Jim, they said. Well, I will give you some time to do this exercise. Don't forget to consult the box, okay? Are you finished? It was easy for you? Good, I'm happy to know that. So let's correct. So, 1, he said, I like this song. Becomes, he said that he liked that song. He liked. Remember that I like? He liked. The changes, right? Present simple becomes past simple. 2, where is your sister? She asked me. Where my sister was. This is a question. Remember when you have a question, it becomes a statement. Very good. 3, I don't speak Italian. She said that she didn't speak Italian. Very good. And last one, say hello to Jim. They said, they asked me to say hello to Jim. Easy, right? Yes, very easy. So, moving on to the second exercise. Here you have backshift the verb tense in reported speech. The verb tense, okay? Pay attention. 1, Benjamin. I often have a big hamburger. Benjamin says that. 2, Hannah. They live in Boston. Hannah said that. 3, Tyler. Ian doesn't invite girls to his parties. Tyler told me that. 4, Dominic. She understands Japanese. Dominic remarks that. I will give you some time to do this. So, student, let's correct this exercise with me. Yes. First one, Benjamin, I often have a big hamburger. Benjamin says that he often has a big hamburger. 2, Anna, they live in Boston. Hannah said that they lived in Boston. Good. 3, Tyler, Ian doesn't invite girls to his parties. Tyler told me that Ian didn't invite girls to his parties. The last one, Dominic, she understands Japanese. Dominic remarks that she understands Japanese. Good, very well. I'm very proud of you, students, that you understand this and you did this very well. For homework, complete the past simple sentence in reported speech. Don't forget to make the necessary changes. 1. Emma, the train left at 8. Emma said that. 2. Sophia, Dan forgot his keys. Sophia said that. 3. Alexander, I had a meeting at 4. Alexander remarked that. 4. Jackson and Leo, we visit Aunt Elizabeth. Jackson and Leo said that. Students, did you like the lesson today? Do you remember what we are talking about? Yes, reported speech, and we saw that reported speech is when we tell someone what another person said. To do this, we can use direct speech or indirect speech. And when transforming statement, check whether you have to change pronouns, tense, place, and time expression. For example, she says, my dad likes roast chicken. She said that her dad likes roast chicken. And when we use the reported speech, we can use to report statement, question, request, commands, or order types. Well, this was our lesson at Aprender e Estudar em Casa. Students, it was such a pleasure to be here with you one more time. And remember, get the vaccine and protect yourself. See you!